Hello and welcome back to another video. Today going over all of the information for Update 6 for Forza Motorsport, which will already probably be available at the time of this video uploading. Kicking things off with the big one, the updated car progression system is coming in this update. The first change being that parts are no longer restricted to levels, so you can fit any part to your car from level 1 completely freely. As well as this, you will be able to purchase the car level points if you don't want to waste time leveling a car up to gain them. These will cost 4,500 credits per 500 car points, making each car point worth 9 credits in effect. This actually, to be fair, rather large change does seem to be instead of a new track this month. The next new track will apparently be with us in the next update in April. The new featured tour is going to be called the Combustion Tour and will be themed around different sized engines each week. The first week, starting on the 14th of March, is all about 4 cylinders, with the 4-cylinder Fury Tour and the Alfa Romeo 4C as the spotlight car, which is actually new to this game, despite of course being in previous and other Forza titles. In the second week, starting on the 20th of March, it's all about 6 cylinders, with the Super 6's Tour and the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 as the spotlight car, which is already in this game. The third week, starting on the 27th of March, is all about 8 cylinders, with the V8 Heritage Tour and the Dodge Charger RT as the spotlight car. Again, this is already in the game. And the fourth week, starting on the 3rd of April, is all about 10 cylinders, with the V10 Titans Tour and the Lamborghini Huracan as the spotlight car. This car is also new to this game, although I'm not really sure why it's being added, because we already have the Huracan Evo in here. It would have made more sense maybe to have a Huracan Technica, which is also in other Forza games. Anyway, if you complete all of these events, you will be rewarded with the Pagani Zonda Cinque, and the Open Tour seems to have even less of a theme than previously. However, if you complete all of the different classes over there, you will be rewarded with a Ferrari 599XX. Both of these prize vehicles are of course new to this game, but are recycled from other Forza games. Just like the Lamborghini though, I don't really know why they're adding the original Ferrari 599XX when we already have the 599XX Evo in the game, but anyway. In featured multiplayer, the engine size theme continues, with an A-Class 4-cylinder restriction in the first week, an S-Class 6-cylinder restriction in the second week, an A-Class 8-cylinder restriction in the third week, and an S-Class 12-cylinder restriction in the fourth week. This also fits in well along with the revised upgrade system, as we can now engine swap cars fairly easily, provided we have enough credits to do so. The spec events are the BMW M3 Spec Series, as well as the usual Formula Mazda Spec Series, Touring Car Series, Forza GT Series, Vintage Le Mans Prototype Series, and Early LMP Series, and that's the featured multiplayer. Now then, on to Rivals. The first event is for any Forza GT cars at the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. Each week, there will also be a Rivals event featuring the spotlight car from that week. Week 1 sees the Alfa Romeo 4C at the Yas Marine and North Corkscrew layout. The second week sees the Nissan Skyline GTR at the Suzuka circuit. The third week sees the Dodge Charger RT at the Eagle Rock Oval. And the fourth week sees the Lamborghini Huracan at the Catalunya Alternative National Circuit. VIP members also get an extra Rivals event in a Forza Edition Corvette at the Daytona Sports Car Circuit, and also receive a 15% discount on the McLaren F1 in the dealership. In the Car Pass, we have another 4 vehicles, which are the only completely new to Forza series as a whole cars in this update. In the first week, on the 14th of March, we have the 1983 Nissan No. 23 Nissan Motorsport Silvia Super Silhouette, which is kind of a cool and quite insane car. In the second week, on the 20th of March, we have the 2019 Toyota 86 TRD SE, which personally I think is a bit too similar to the standard 86s that are free to drive in many other Forza titles. In the third week, on the 27th of March, we have the 2020 Lexus No. 14 Vassar Sullivan RCF GT3, which is quite a cool addition. The GT3 class, always welcome to have more cars added to that. And in the fourth week, on the 3rd of April, we have the incredibly cool 1986 Lotus number 12 Team Lotus 98T. Turn 10 have also added some different lighting options to the livery editor, which would be useful if I could successfully import my layer groups so that I would actually be inclined to use the livery editor, but that's still broken and not even acknowledged as a problem, despite the amount of people that have complained about it over on the Feedbacky Hub site. They have also, to my surprise, actually moved the Daytona pit exit to be in the correct place. And whilst it should never have been in the other position in the first place, I am pretty impressed and pleased to see that they've listened to complaints and done something about it in the next update after the track was originally added. Here is a short list of the other fixes and changes that have been made as well as this. And that is everything that is changing in Forza Motorsport's Update 6. Great to see that the car progression is finally updated. It's not perfect, but it'll be interesting to see what it's like to actually give this a go once it's available. The campaign events and prize cars and things just don't excite me anymore because none of them are new to the Forza series as a whole. And the multiplayer and rivals, I don't really tend to play much of this game anymore. The car pass vehicles are kind of cool, although a couple of them are a bit too similar to things we already have, I kind of feel like. But overall, not a bad update. They seem to be fixing a few things. If the car progression thing really is improved, then that is quite a big thing in this update. So overall, not a bad one. It's not the worst update we've had in this game, and hopefully it doesn't break more things. Anyway, that is going to be all for today's video. As ever, do let me know your thoughts on this update, whether this is before you've downloaded the update or if you've already played it. But for now, that is going to be all, so thank you very much for watching, and I will be back with the next one very soon.